Today's model is just drop dead gorgeous. Wait till you have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlando Home Show, where strategy matters, fashion rules. And guys, I am back again in Deland, Deltona area, covering one of my newest builders. And today's model is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. It's a beautiful 2 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2 car garage, 1968 square foot that could also be built as a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom ranch style on a 50 by 130. Now this is a builder model, so the 2 car garage has been converted into a office, so I can't go in there, but I do want to point out that you get these beautiful pavers included in the base price. So you're going to have all this area as a paved area with these pavers included in the base price. It has a really nice walkway. Now before I go in there, I do want to point out that you do have to pay extra for your gutters. This is something that you can always do later on, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more, but I love the fact that you have this nice pavers. And look at this, guys. Look at the ceiling height. 15-foot ceiling height included in the base price, with your standard 11.5-foot ceiling height in your great room, in your bedroom, and it's a block construction home. So let's have a look. Let's go inside and check this beautiful house out. Hello and welcome to another beautiful upgraded house with a lot of bells and whistles. If you are looking to buy a house anywhere in Central Florida, Orlando, Greater Orlando, Tampa Bay, and now Ocala, this is a great resource. Please show me some love. Press that thumbs up button, because I bring you 8+ models all throughout these areas. And if you want to know more about Deland, Deltona area, make sure to check out the video that I did on Deland and Deltona on Orlando Living with Dee. That's where I go to different communities of Central Florida, Orlando and Tampa and Ocala. I talk about school, hospital, shopping, dining, something to give you a reference, to kind of give you an idea of how the infrastructure is, how the schools is, how many schools you have, how far you're from the hospital or the airport. So please check this out on Orlando Living with Dee. I've done a lot of community videos, and if Spanish is your main language, then make sure to check out Orlando Home Show En Español, run by amazing Anna and Carolyn. And today's model is a beautifully decked up home. It's a 2 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2 car garage, 1968 square foot that could be built as a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom. $416,990 is the base price. There is no CDD. The lot size is 50 by 130. The lot price is 0 from 16,000. It is 0 if you buy something inside with the back-to-back neighbors. But if you're going to get a corner lot or a pie-shaped lot or a conservation or a lot that has water behind it, then the price could be anywhere from 0 to 16,000. The HOA is about $245 a month. They have an amenity center. They have a clubhouse. They have a fitness center, and they also have walking trails along with kids playground and pickleball. And if you've been thinking about retiring and you don't want to be in the middle of all the Disney and Universal, then this is in the outskirts where you do get a lot more bang for your buck. So the first thing you're going to notice is the 8-foot door. 8-foot solid door is standard feature with the builder. However, the upgrade here is the door that you see over here. This is the way this house is going to look in terms of the elevation. So this is an elevation you do have to pay extra. There is another elevation that I did that had a beautiful front porch elevation, which is called the coastal. This one is more of a Spanish style elevation, and then they have their clean elevation, which is the standard feature with the builder. You have these upgraded tiles. However, you get your standard tiles in all the wet areas, and you have an option to extend that to the great room and to the other areas if you like, but you do have to pay extra for it. Look at the ceiling height. This is a block construction home that also gives you an option to have a structural option to have something on top of it. I've covered another model, so please make sure to watch that one. So basically they can build on top, and basically what happens is they basically do an extension depending upon the orientation, whether on that side or on this side, and you can have a loft or a bedroom and different configuration over there. 11.5 foot ceiling height is normal with the builder. Upgraded flooring as you see over here, and then as I come over here, this is the very first bedroom. You have this nice window. And guys, one of the best part of my job is when I'm doing this, I just love the way these things are done and decorated. Things like this is easy to do, guys. If you are going to build a home from scratch, please make sure to watch my videos on do's and don'ts of building a brand new home. I not only talk about things that you should do with the builder, which I highly recommend if it's anything structural, like if you're going to get that extra extension on your lanai, then I would highly recommend that you do anything structural with the builder. But when it comes to the carpet or the flooring, something that you can do later on because your budget does not permit now, then that is something you could do that later on. It's going to save you a lot of money. So please make sure to watch. I've also done a lot of videos in terms of the kind of inspections you need to do, things that you should look into it when you buy a house, things that you should be aware of it. So I've done a lot of those videos, so please make sure that you watch those videos. I not only cover the model, but I've given you a lot of information based upon my experience, and we have done over 300-400 videos so far, and most of them are different models with the builder. And it is my effort to kind of cover all the floor plans with any builder that I cover, because see, what happens is that they will have like 10, 11, 12 floor plans, but then they will only have 2 or 3 or 4 decorated models. So I'm trying to get to all the floor plans, because for me, walking the floor plan is completely different than looking on a piece of paper and saying, oh yeah, I see the lines where it goes. It doesn't make much sense to me, but if I'm able to walk through it, that makes a lot of sense. So you also have the closet door over here, which is a standard size closet right over here. I love the fact that they have this extra light, something that I always talk about. Your 8-foot door is standard with the builder, and then this is your first secondary bathroom. Now this is a full bathroom shower tub combination. They have amended this a little bit because this is a builder model and they needed to make it compliant so that anyone with the wheelchair are able to access it. So that's how they are able to do that, but it's going to be your standard. The upgrade is in regards to the tiles that you see over here, and also you will have a vanity over here with the undermount sink, which you haven't seen there, but I'll show you how it looks like when I show you the other bathroom of this house. The upgrade is the tiles that you see going all the way, but the transom is included. And then you also have a small linen closet or a cleaning closet or whatever you want this to be. Now this house can be built as 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, and the square footage is 1968. And then right over here you also have another linen closet, so it has a lot of space. Now this is a builder model, so I can't go into this door right behind it because they're using this as a sales center, but it's your standard 2-car garage. One thing that I want to point out that I usually do is that it is a block construction. The entrance to the attic is there, and with some builders they have the lawn care system, the irrigation system inside, and some builders have it outside. With this one I've seen it's outside, which I prefer, because if I'm going to have a lawn care guy come in, I don't want them to be accessing my garage when I'm not there. Everything is outside. They just come in, do the outside work, access it outside, you know, control the level of how many times I need to water depending upon the time of the season or time of the year. They don't have to access. I prefer that personally. With some builders, they have it inside the garage. So it's a matter of personal choice. Right here is your laundry area. And yes, these cabinets are upgrade. You do not get the washer, dryer, or refrigerator. Having said that, in some of their inventory home, they might give you that. So it's a matter, like I've been saying this for a very long time, you know, you will get the best bang for your buck on an inventory home. The other thing I want to point out is that you get a choice of 2 different granite. This is one of them. And then you also have this one, which is the other one. So you get the granite in all your, you get it in the kitchen, you get it in the bathroom with the choice of 2 different cabinet colors, which are these 2. Anything other than that is going to be an upgrade. Now, I have been saying this for a very long time, guys. If you want the biggest bang for your buck, if you want the biggest incentives, look into Inventory Home. With this builder, they are giving a 4.99% interest rate buy down, not for 1 or 2 years, it's for a whole 30 years. Or you get up to $15,000 in closing cost and prepaid. If you're building from scratch, they'll give you up to $20,000 that you could use for rate buy down, design center, or closing cost. And in some of their Inventory Home, they have more incentives available. And as I mentioned, they might have the refrigerator. Now, this is one of the options that could be turned into a bedroom. However, you have this as a barn door entrance. This is something that I say that you could do it later on. It's much easier to do, but this is a nice size den. This could be a private dining area, it could be a private living area, or whatever you want this to be, or this could be an office space. I'll definitely recommend those extra lights. The crown molding, as you see up there, is an upgrade. However, the definition of a bedroom is if it has this nice big window bringing in a lot of light, and if they have a closet, it could be considered as a bedroom. And then as I come out, look at this, guys. Isn't this beautiful? That 11.5-foot ceiling with the extra 2-foot right over there with the false ceiling, extra lights. It just makes this house look beautiful. Look at the size of your island. This is the standard size with this builder on this specific model and elevation. However, the upgrade is in terms of the sink that you see, the faucet, the color of your cords, and also the cabinet. 2 things I want to point out about these cabinets and drawers are that this is a soft touch. This is something that my wife is really big on. Every time I take her, she wants to see that, and then she also wants to see this. So this is something. You have the gourmet kitchen option, which is an upgrade. You have these upgraded cabinets. For me, 42-inch cabinet is good. I'm not big on that. It looks statically really nice and beautiful, but imagine the use of it. And that's why I always say the square footage and some of the things, they just look beautiful, but they're not practical. You know, this is not a model home. This is your house where life happens, where kids grow up, friends come in, things happen. You want things practical. I would not necessarily suggest to get that unless you have the budget for it, and it's not an issue, but it's not that practical, though it looks beautiful. Though please don't get me wrong, I'm not discouraging you. I'm just telling you from my experience and having sold a lot of brand new homes and also resales, what's possible, what makes more sense. I would definitely spend more money on the flooring, as you can see here, rather than spending money on something like that, which may not be practical. You also have your upgraded appliances, and it's really nice. You do not get the refrigerator, so please keep that in mind. You do get the range hood and your microwave included, and your range hood is your regular one with the dishwasher. This is where you also have the upgraded kitchen area, something that you have to pay extra for. So they have all these cabinets. Something like this you can always do later on, but in your regular home with the regular price, you are just going to have those wire racks that we have seen so many times. So that is something to keep in mind. I just love the fact, the way they beautifully, like something like this is, guys, something you, if you are handy, you could do these things easily. It's a lot more cheaper. And some builders don't even offer that, but I love the fact that you have this really nice big window bringing in a lot of light. You have this nice big fixture for your semi-private dining area, and then this is where life happens. This is your area. This is where you greet and meet friends. This is where kids run around, do all the thing. And the beauty of this house, look at the 11 by 12 door panel. I would have really, really loved it if this whole panel would have kind of hidden behind the wall, as I've seen with most of the Pulte models. They have that as a standard feature, but with this one, they kind of slide behind one panel, but they don't quite open up. And you have this beautiful pavers with the extended lanai, and with the extended lanai, you get the extra 4-foot. I've done the video for one specific model that they had the extended 4-foot lanai extension, which also extends your master bedroom. So it really makes the master bedroom a lot bigger. You have this beautiful pool. Your lot size is 50 by 130, which is big enough to build this beautiful pool. And then you also have some room left for your four-legged friends if you are into gardening, something that you could do. Something that I would definitely suggest is that maybe have this, kind of furnishing for your outside kitchen. If you do plan on doing that, I would definitely get the furnishings so that I can build an outside kitchen with the builder, especially when I can go to the design center, and it would be really, really nice. These doors are really heavy because I've done some with some builders where you don't really feel, and this one, like, you got to put some power into it. It's a really nice quality, and I love this builder. This is a newer builder. This is one of the models that I cover for them, and I'm just blown away by the quality of work that I've seen. You can't compare this builders with your average inventory builder such as D.R. Horton or Lennar, but this is to the par with the GL Homes and also with Jones Home, and they do a fantastic job. Let's go into the master bedroom, and as I mentioned, your 8-foot door is standard, and look at the size of this master bedroom. Now, I always say this, guys, that the square footage doesn't really matter as much as the flow of the house and the usability. So it really depends upon you and your family size. This could be made into a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 1968 square foot. I love the huge window. Like, look at the panel of this window. I haven't seen such a big, like, you have a huge panel right here, and then you also have another big window right there, bringing in so much light. You have this false ceiling. Now, as a standard feature with this builder, you get 2 false ceilings included in the base price. You have a false ceiling in your master bedroom and also in your great room. The upgrade is in regards to those extra lights. And guys, if you haven't watched my video on that building a brand new home, please go ahead and do so, because this will give you a lot more option, especially if you're going to do anything structurally related to, like, if you want to build an extension to this house with the extended lanai under the roof, then do it with the builder. Don't try to do it later on, because that can void your structural warranty. But things like the carpet or the flooring or the paint, something that you could do it later on and it would not have much effect on your warranty. So that is something to keep in mind. Here is your master bathroom, and everything about this master bathroom is an upgrade. You have this beautiful couch with this nice upgraded cabinet with the fixtures, the flooring. The transom light is a standard feature. You do get a walk-in shower. However, this is an upgraded walk-in shower with this beautiful niche right over here with the tiles going up. Now, I will tell you guys, whenever you go to a design center, if you have an option, do the tiles going all the way up. It's a really nice upgrade. You are going to not spend a lot of money, but it will give you, like, it's really nice, because I don't know why some builders will have the tile till like this point and then you just have the simple wall. If you just do it all the way, it looks way better. And then right over here is your water closet with the privacy door, which is kind of nice. This is a really sleeky tile. Like, it's beautiful, but for me, it might not be that practical. I would get the tile which would be a little bit rough, because in a wet area, you don't want something so sleeky. That's just a matter of personal choice, and then right over here is your master closet, and this is an upgraded rack that you do have to pay extra, but I would highly suggest to be able to convert this into organized, like a closet by design, or going to IKEA or the Container Store to do this. And if you are handy, it would be a lot more cheaper. But I love the size. You also have an entrance attic from here, and you do have another entrance attic from your garage. I wasn't able to go in because this is a builder model. Let me know what you think of this specific builder and their specific model. This is the builder that I'm really, really impressed with. And if you want to know, hey, what is included in my base price, please put that in the comment below. I know choosing the right agent is super important. So when you are looking to buy a house anywhere in Central Florida, Tampa Bay, give us an opportunity to serve you. Please check reviews out. Go on Google, Facebook. And if you haven't been following us on other social media, please, what are you waiting for? Show us some love. Find us on TikTok, on Instagram, and please do that. Now, at the time of the shoot, by the time this is released, you may or may not be aware, there's a lot of things that are changing in our industry. And right now, what's happening is how the buyer's agent are compensated. Traditionally, it has been seller who has always paid for the buyer's agent, and that might be changing. And depending upon the market that we are in, we may be able to negotiate that the seller still pays that, or we may not be able to do that. So that is something to keep in mind. But last not the least, guys, if you've been sitting on the fence waiting for those interest rates to come down and the prices to crash, it's going to be a long wait, guys. What you really want to do is you want to see if you can afford the house in today's market with the current rate and then refinance it. You'll be much better off than to kind of sit on the sideline, because when the rates do come down, all the people that are sitting on the sideline are going to also jump on it. And then next thing you know, we're going to be back in the same thing where it's a bidding war and things of that nature will happen. So this is something to keep in mind. I hope that you do get a lot of value from our videos and that you will give us a call when it's time for you to look for homes. Please make sure to check out other channels that we have: Orlando Home Show En Español, where we do these model homes in Spanish; Orlando Living with Dee, where we do community videos. Until the next one, thank you for watching. Bye for now.